think is best?
Yeah, well, I'm never gonna fucking fight you, dude. You're the best.
Duel knows best.
It does look weird. You can do whatever you want, Duel. What up, dude?
Not much.
You did it.
Yay.
I can't believe this is the first GVS event you won. That blows my mind.
I feel like every time that I get to like winners finals or grands, I just like burn out.
Made it late usually when you get there.
Yeah.
Just tell less people to come to PM so that you don't out.
Less people to come to PM.
Yeah, it's like, guys, stop showing up. I need
All
to
right, I'll kill the PM community.
Yeah,
I'll play Meta Knight, then I'll kill it really fast.
Is that why New York is dead?
Too many Meta Knights.
Yeah.
Too many. Actually, there's 3 now. So.
Boyko.
Off Emu.
Yeah.
Then there's like whoever else decides to pick up.
If
one more person decides to pick up
PM is dead.
In New York, then the game's dead. Game will die.
No, their scene is super volatile. They'll get like 30 people one week and then 8 the next. Like just
that's because like people like their quote unquote pot fillers will like get bodied one week and just like not want to show up the next week. They need to recover their egos.
That's why you gotta treat your pot fillers better. They're important.
You gotta take the players that are newer to the game and just sit them down and like explain to them, you know, why they went 0-2.
Yeah.
Not like, and be nice about it. Don't be like, oh, you suck. You keep doing this. And yeah, and here's why. You have to be like, hey, I was new to the game once too. I was getting bodied too. Yeah, I was bad too once. So like, you probably don't understand what happened, so let me explain it to you better so that you can improve on this.
Nice.
And then people will start thinking like, man, this guy's really nice. I should come back the next week. And this is not purely for a money motive. It feels really nice to help new players.
No, it
grows the community.
Yeah, no, it's best for everyone if people help the shitters get better.
Because then the shitters will do what you're doing.
Yep.
And they'll help the shitters.
Yes. And the better everyone gets, the better melee there is, or you know, whatever
the
game.
Better melee, better
games.
PM, better game where you throw stage projectiles at each other.
The better everyone, because if people are good, they're gonna want to stay and improve. And if you keep improving on that, more and more players are gonna want to stay and improve. The bigger your scene gets, the more money you're making at the top. Everybody wins when players get good. I wish people understood that.
Yeah, that's.
I'm glad you understood. That's why I picked you up, Silver, because you get it.
You have to sit down. Yeah, I did it with a couple of players, and that's. You also develop connections because those players will develop into like, even if they don't become, you know, quote unquote top players, they might eventually become like TOs or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you know, Scale.
Yeah.
I actually used to, me and Joe ST used to play, we actually introduced him to Smash.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So, yeah, and he was a PM kid originally, and we invited him over and we just like taught him everything we could, and then we didn't see him for a while, and next time we saw him, he was good.
He was good,
He was doing pretty good.
Sick.
So,
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
We can tell a story about how we met. Or the time Drew yelled at you at Denny's.
Yeah.
Now we've had an interview. I can't believe that people don't know these stories. All right. So for those of you who don't know, because you watch our brackets and you assume that Silver's Connecticut, Silver is not from Connecticut. Silver is from Massachusetts.
I'm CT at heart, though.
I settled it. You saw that
now.
Facebook thread. We're done. It's over. You're Connecticut now.
That means I can enter the CT Arcadian, right?
You can always enter the CT Arcadian.
Sick.
Yeah. I'll tell Ricky to make it happen.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Anyway, so Silver used to come through, and Silver is not as talkative as you see him now, but he's always been good in relation to other players. So Silver would just come to our tournaments, body fools, look around a little bit, and then leave. And we couldn't figure out why. And because he didn't talk to anybody, we thought you hated us.
No.
We thought you were just this dick, just coming from Mass, taking our money, and then leaving. We had no idea. And I'll never forget, Drew Cacklo, God bless his heart, DCax. Silver comes to Denny's with us one time, and Silver, we're in the doorway to Denny's, and Drew goes, Silver, I got a question for you. I need to know. Why are you here? Why do you come here? What did we do to you? Like, Drew was upset. Drew was trying to call the boy out, and it was the greatest thing I've ever heard anybody say. Silver was like, because you guys are nice, man. Mass is mean.
Yeah, I have a fun DCAC story. It was at one of the old hogs back when it still hosted PM. I have a really bad time of like going up to top players and asking them to play.
Yeah.
So part of the so what happened was so now good players asking me to play friendlies. Weird. So I didn't have the nerve to like ask Icy Light or whoever to just like play friendlies, and I saw DCAX was just sitting there in training mode with Zelda, and I just went over to him and I sat down with him and I was like, "Do you want to play a couple of matches?" And while we were playing, I eventually said like, "Would you like me to give you any feedback in case you wanted to like improve?" And he was like, "Yeah, that'd be amazing." And I'm like, "Oh wow, it's awesome to see that new players are like receptive."
Yeah.
Because there are salty newcomers that are just like, "No, get away from me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be talked to." And those are the ones that are never going to make it anywhere.
Nope.
But and it's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. And it made me realize, like, man, CT players, they want to get better. So
it was actually Drew that made you have that realization?
No, not necessarily. Okay. It was Joe, because Joe's the main CT person that I was with the entire time, and Joe just does everything for me. I stay over at his house and he just makes me breakfast, and we watch Dragon Ball Super.
Did you know any of this?
Yeah, I go over to his house like every weekend and we just chill. And that's how I would get to tournaments in the early days, because I didn't drive. I would like beg my parents to drive me to Joey's, and then Joe would just drive me everywhere else.
I would pay good money to meet your parents. I want to meet the people that made Silver Alloy. I want to see that. That's gotta be something.
They're interesting individuals for sure.
I'll take that. That's probably definitely the case.
They had to before I could go to tournaments. I said like, we have to meet the person that's driving you, so we make sure that they don't stab you and leave you in the middle of the road.
So they met Joe.
And no, they met Descent.
That name sounds familiar.
He comes for Smash 4. I think he came to a Street Fighter 5, like a couple of them, when the game was still fresh. Yeah. And he's a Smash 4 player, and and that was the last time that they asked to like meet people, because they're like, "Oh wait, yeah, they're just nerds. Never mind."
Yeah, nothing bad is gonna happen.
Nothing bad will happen when I'm with a Smasher.
It's so true. We're good at taking care of our people. Mm-hmm. Oh man, do you want to talk about today's tournament at all? We didn't get to watch any of it, but if you want to, I didn't see any of it.
It wasn't on stream, but it was really interesting because I went into today thinking like, I'm just gonna play Mewtwo in bracket. And
why?
And the closest I got to that was I played Bowser Dittos with 6 AM in pools. That was the funnest I had the entire day, because 6 is a character.
He's
every time like we do a Bowser forward air, I would just go like this, and every time he'd get like a Bowser Koopa Claw on me, he'd just go like. Yep, that's him. That's him. Just like he'd do an act. Yeah.
I don't know where they make 6 AMs. I want to meet his parents.
Could I get an order of 6 AMs? Please?
Can I just get 4 to go?
Yep.
Oh, I love 6. That's 6 AM.
And then in bracket, I played against. I actually studied my matches against Skill, so this time I did a lot better.
Nice.
I realized like, man, the second I'm at the ledge, he's just gonna kill me. I'm playing like meticulously around Sheik, and then I just do one silly aerial, and he just shield grabs me and throws me off stage, and I die.
Okay.
And I do like 80%, then I get thrown off stage at 0 and die, and I'm like, I should probably stop that. So I started like spacing around him more, and it went a lot better. Tiramisu also was asking for Falco advice, and I gave him pretty much like the book on it. I like lectured him. I lectured this man for a good 10 hours about Falco.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Arcadian. That man's gonna do work at the Arcadian. This guy too.
If you want to be a not terrible Melee community member, you should be like Tiramisu or Rhythms, because they're great.
Yeah.
And they make me want to not kill myself on a regular basis. There's a lot of players that make me want to go home and guzzle some bleach. These two men, they make it all
Still
right.
is too.
They make it all right.
Good players.
They're not bad dudes.
Oh. All right. Just.
No, you don't want to be like me. You don't want this.
Yep. See ya.
Later, guys.
I'm hyped for the Arcadian.
I'm hyped for the Arcadian.
Yeah, I actually halfway through the bracket listing went super try hard to try and learn as much as I could because the Arcadian's
this
gonna
weekend,
be
right?
the Arcadian's this weekend and then right after that is blacklisted.
Hug G-Town for me.
Yep, G-Town is
Shout out to G-Town.
shout outs to G-Town for being the homie.
We'll see. I will be the judge of his homie status.
You right.
Next weekend, we will see. But I've heard good things, and I trust your judgment. So far so good.
G-Town's been the nicest person to me.
All right.
He always enters me in brackets when I message him. He's the teammate finder for me.
I've noticed
whenever I go to
he's
my
done
mom,
both things for Blacklisted, so I get it.
Yeah, when when I was going to my mom every time, I wouldn't have a teammate, and I'd always hit up G-Town, and I'd be like, G-Town, I don't have a teammate. And I was originally asking G-Town to team because I have the funnest time teaming with G-Town because he just forward smashes. and I just have the funnest time with it. He has heat-seeking tippers is the meme.
That's actually godlike.
And he just finds me the really good players out of nowhere. I've never been disappointed with a G-Town pick for a teammate.
That's actually a really interesting skill I never thought about, the ability to find a good teammate.
To find a teammate because G-Town takes into account not only that I need a teammate that's good, he also takes into account the character. He filters out the people who I won't team well with. So if there's when I was playing Marth and the esports, when there's another Marth player, or when I played Marth primarily, he would never pick another Marth player for me to team with because I hate doing double Marth. So he would just be like, okay, here's this really good Fox player. There was an unknown 12-year-old Fox player who was just super technical, and I think we got top 3 at Mom there.
Nice,
and I was
dude.
like, G-Town, you're crazy. You found the best teammate ever.
You gotta give G-Town that young finder speed. Just give him that 10% of your winnings.
There should be for Blacklisted, there should have definitely been a G-Town teammate finder thread.
Why didn't I know about this?
Someone should just rub the magic lamp and G-Town would appear.
Is it too late for Supernova? Can we get him in on that? Does he know PM well enough?
I don't know if he knows PM well enough, but G-Town gets hyped for PM. Did you ever see there was a set Brimley versus Quaff where Brimley went all the way off stage with a forward air, or a snake forward air, and missed barely, and Quaff footstooled him all the way at the bottom of the screen, and G-Town was like, oh my god.
I have not seen that set, but I'm definitely going to look for it now.
I love G-Town pop-ups. They're the funnest thing.
I can't wait for Blacklisted.
Blacklisted is so sick.
It's going to be so sick. Yeah, even if you can't sign up now because you're an idiot and you missed sign up, just come anyway. Just come through for spectating.
I'm twice as pumped now that you were able to get me into the All-Star bracket.
Thanks, Fluff. Kids. You literally got to thank Fluff.
Thank you, Fluff.
For dropping out, and there was an open
Fluff,
spot.
my lord. Lord and savior.
He's a homie. What else want to talk about?
What else is there? Oh yeah, how was the Injustice tournament? I didn't see much of it.
It's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of new people in it. Top 4 is 3 people that we don't know, which is really good.
Is it a new game or a newer game?
Injustice came out 7 weeks ago.
Okay.
So this is our 3rd bi-weekly, and it's been doing pretty good. It gets good numbers. People enjoy playing it.
It looked really unique in the sense that you could use stage hazards apparently to you could throw stage hazards at each other.
Is that a thing? I legitimately don't know. So I try to research the game before it comes out for when we pick it up, but I didn't get to watch any of that.
Most of Winners Finals looked like they were zoning full screen, and then every character had amazing burst movement options. So they'd go from all the way across the screen from each other to just in each other's faces comboing, or throwing a drawer or something at each other and just comboing off of that. So
I mean, that sounds sick.
Yeah, it looked sick.
I watched the grand finals
of
I watched the grand finals of CEO. I just watched the Scarecrow player just body this kid, and no one thought Scarecrow was good before this weekend, so that was fun to watch. But yeah, I need to do more research. The game does look fun. Do you play traditional fighting games, or do you not?
I don't. And what's interesting to me is that I wonder if I wonder if fighting game play or 2D fighting game players feel the same way when they look at Smash as when I do when I look at 2D fighting games.
As in, like, that's
like
sick, but I have no idea
traditional
what's
ones.
going on.
Yeah, like this looks really interesting, and I understand like there's a lot of depth that goes into it, but I would just not know what to do if I picked up a controller.
Actually, I mean, you could ask Fire Blaster because he plays both. That's actually a good question.
I'll probably ask him afterwards.
Yeah. Let's get him in here. Javi, come here. We have a question for you. So Silver was saying, oh, you go ahead.
When I look at like 2D fighting games, or like traditional 2D fighting games like Street Fighter and like Injustice Tonight, it looks like I understand there's a lot of depth and stuff that goes into it, like fighting game fundamentals. But I feel like if I picked up a controller, I would just like be completely lost. Is it the same way in reverse when like fighting game players look at Smash?
Yeah, that's true. Some of them do have a hard time adjusting. It's I think it has to do with having a more open mentality. If you have an open mentality, you'll learn to get good at any game regardless of what you're used to, you know? But some people are stuck trying to play Smash completely like a 2D fighter in their own strict method that doesn't like encompass what you can really
like the
do in all of
with,
Smash.
Like platforms and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, like they don't fully grasp, what the game's meta is all about.
And it's a lot less like close-up fighting and more like zoning.
Yeah, there's a lot more ways to approach. You know, it's just a different approach to fighting games in general, and just like both players can have trouble adapting to each other.
I might dabble in 2D fighter then, because it looks really interesting to me.
No, they've 2D fighters have become a lot more lenient recently than the old school 2D fighters. Like,
so they're a lot easier to like get into.
Yeah, they have easier buffers. Like ignoring the mess that's Street Fighter 5. They're smart. Fighting games are smart nowadays. They have a lot of systems that make it easy, less complicated for you to get in.
Is it the same way? So there are a lot of people in Melee that kind of look at, or like Smash 4 players or like Brawl players would look at Melee and say like, oh, there's like 10 plus years into this. There's no way that I can get into this now and be able to do it. But because there's so many like tools to learn now that it doesn't seem like that intimidating. Is it the same way with like 2D fighters?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Could you just like get into it and like still be able to get faster, like a lot faster than you would back when the game like first came out?
That's fairly accurate, I'd say. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, especially on part of technology, the internet advanced, the communities developed, got smarter. Some fighting game developers put really good tutorials nowadays, like Guilty Gear.
Is there like a Smashboards kind of equivalent for those kind of games?
Generally, I'm not sure. I think the subreddits are generally a really good source of information and usually discussion, because there's usually a lot of subsections too within those, and there's libraries of like it's all like
frame data and stuff.
It's all in one place, They make it nice and easy for like the person to learn. Like if you're new, like you go to a subreddit for a new fighting game that you've never played before. It's like if you're new to fighting games, or if you're new to Guilty Gear, but you're a Street Fighter player, read this thread, and they're really welcome. They try to help you adapt.
Oh, that's actually really sick. I'll look that up next time I'm like have some free time.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks for the info.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's a good chat.
You know how they go, Cyrus. You were here on Sunday.
That was some pretty cool insight.
Yeah, that's why I like talking. No,
into
Javi's always got good insight. I just like talking to the kid. Knows what he's fucking talking about. All right.
Not that many Smashers.
No, that is not
like
a thing.
Yep.
That is not a thing, let me tell you. Okay, so we talked about Blacklisted, we talked about Melee, we talked about fighting games.
Well, I'll try to win next time so we can conclude another interview.
Yeah.
Where we can talk about more things.
I'm down, dude. I'm so down. I'm so excited now.
All right.
Oh.
Now that I got the blood of winning,
You tasted
I
it
tasted
now?
the blood,
Yeah.
and now I can.
The first
Start
place
going.
payout. Didn't that feel good?
I mean, yeah, it was pretty small
Now you got
amount of entrance.
I mean,
but,
you
yeah.
gotta take some Kais money. That's where it is, dude. Flip taking home these fat paychecks.
I mean, you still get more from SG though than
Whatever.
from first, I think. Well, last week, yeah, it was a big paycheck.
Well, yeah, because we do 70, 30, 10.
All right, I'm about to. All right, that's it. Looks like I'm about to have to smack some snake.
Do it. You've beaten him before.
I have.
Do it. Oh, I'll be so excited. Oh, God. I'll be so excited.
Time to go in.
Just do the blacklisted, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on his side of the bracket?
I actually, the farthest I know is that if I make it out the way I'm seated, I play Marshall first round.
Which you're going to
And
Yeah, I said it on camera. Sorry, dog.
Yeah, but if
I told them
under the
for the compendium, we
circumstance-
spent $1,400 on players that might go 2-2. Probably not.
Yeah.
If Kane makes it to Luja's round 3, I'll be fucking shocked. All right,
So- if I beat Marshall, which as he said, might is probably gonna happen. Maybe.
Okay, dog.
We'll see.
Okay, dog.
But if that happens, I play Twisty in quarters, or I'm seeded to play Twisty in quarters.
You got it, dog.
And then after that, semis will be like a big question mark.
I think you're on Switch's side, which is Switch's side.
Yeah, I think I would play Switch.
Sick.
Which would be all of my sets against Switch are really fun. Like you
Actually,
wouldn't guess.
Duel, I know you don't want me to do this, but the music stopped. I don't know if that's important. It's been stopped for like 10 minutes. Amateur hour with the Apollo.
My sets with Switch are really close.
Yeah.
You wouldn't guess from the crew battle set, but my controller was malfunctioning.
I don't look at crew battles.
The crew battle at Bigger Belk, my controller my L button was sticking, so every time I went for like an L cancel, I'd buffer shield.
Nice.
And needless to say, Switch like almost four-stocked me. But every other time I've played Switch, it's gone to like game 5, last hit,
Nice.
or when I played him at Nebs, I was like up 3 stocks to 1, about to like 2-1 him, and then he just
I'm
came back.
I'm so happy you're
Like
on ranked. You have no idea.
all of my sets against Switch are really close and really fun. He's really clutch,
Yeah, he's sick.
but I think there's gonna be one day where I'm just gonna
Do it. Do it. Oh, I can't.
especially because I get to say like, man, I'm not even top 50.
No, I love that you're not ranked because people have no fucking idea.
Mhm.
I love that you're not ranked in New England Melee. I love that you're not ranked. You're not ranked anywhere.
All the top players, when I play them, they're just like, man, you're so good. Like, I can't believe you're not ranked. Like, I played Malachi in Losers at Nebs, and I just like 0 to death in the first 2 stocks, and he's like, holy shit, I wasn't prepared for that.
I'm so excited for that.
So I'm gonna just keep improving and see where it goes.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think I'm almost all but guaranteed to be top 50 next year, but I want to be in like
I'm not on the panel?
in the top 25
There you go.
for sure. Want to be one of those
I will be behind
people
you.
that people look at national brackets and be like, oh shit,
I have to play 12-er.
this kid could just win the tournament. Like I want to.
That's what I do now. It's so doable.
It looks so doable. Like every time I go to a national,
Blacklisted,
it's just
please.
I play top players and it goes to like last hit, and I'm just like, man, if only I did this better. And I'm
one day.
learning and I'm learning. I'm getting better and I'm adapting, but everyone else is getting better too. So I just have to get it in gear.
I believe you. 100%.
Mm-hmm. Same for Melee too. It feels really
Feels
good to
man.
be a Smash player. In these times,
It's a good time to be playing this game, dude.
Mhm.
To be playing esports in general, it's a good time.
like even PM, it's not like sponsored per se, but
Not dead.
everyone's so passionate about it, which is what draws a crowd.
Yeah.
Like Melee might not have as much money on the line as League, but people are passionate about it. They care.
They love it.
and
They love them some
and
Smash Brothers.
And PM doesn't even have the esports money, but people are passionate about that game too. So like,
I
of
mean,
course
people were
it
playing
has,
Melee before the money was there, you know? Like,
Yeah, so like it could go anywhere. The community can do so much with it, and it's really cool to be part of a community like that. Just cares about the
sick.
game,
It's sick.
not about the money. It's all about the game.
Someone asked me today, and I hate to talk about. Actually, let's cut the interview real quick, and then we'll do a little something for the people. Follow Silver on nothing because he doesn't believe in social media. I actually hate that. about
I
you.
wanted to try and start a Twitter account,
Can you
and then it
please?
was just like Twitter is temporarily down, and I'm like, okay, well, time to it's a sign. Goodbye,
Fuck.
goodbye, Twitter.
Follow Silver in his brackets He'll be at the New England Melee
I'll try
Arcadian.
and start up a Twitter
Thank you.
again. I
Alright,
think
Joel,
I
got it.
had one for like memes and shit posting and
I'll
stuff.
take